Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber with One Rental at a Time. I'm here with my good friend and real estate entrepreneur, Omar. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Michael. What's happening?
Hey, man, this topic is for you. It is for your team. It is for real estate agents and real estate brokers around the world. I want to give you a public service announcement. Real estate agents and real estate brokers, you are about to have a very hard 3 to 4 months. Your clients have unrealistic expectations. The market has shifted on you, and you will be looked at as the person to either do good coaching or as the sucker that wastes time and money. When markets change like this, real estate agents, we find out who the good ones are. The last year, anybody who could put a sign in the ground won.
Yeah, the last 2 years, Michael.
Yeah, 2 years.
Honestly.
Let's talk real talk, right?
Yeah.
It's about, I actually think being a listing agent, and it very rarely happens, but I think the next 3 to 4 months is going to be a pretty stressful time for new listings because the expectation and the reality hasn't met in your consumer's mind. What do you think?
Oh, spot on. Because that reality and what the expectation is from the seller and the reality of the market where it's at. And obviously, I've been doing this a while, so I kind of know the market, but anybody that's out there in your area, prospective areas, you guys should know the market too. And I've seen it firsthand because I'm sitting at appointments and I'm letting people know, hey, you want to list it for how much?
Yeah. What did you just say?
Yeah. It's like, I'm a seller as well. And I buy, sell, all that stuff. And it's like, we put it out there to have it at a decent price so we can have multiple offers. Like, play the market. Don't try to be the market.
Yeah.
So that's a different story. And I'm seeing this multiple times. I mean, and I'll throw it out there. I went 0 for 5, 0 for 6. 6 appointments. I did not take home a listing. And I'll share it, but I more or less told them that I don't want to take it at some 100K, 80K over the highest comp. So if that's happening to me, and I pre-qualify well and everything else, I show up, I let them know, that's happening everywhere.
Well, no, I disagree. So first off, what's your, like, in a normal time frame, you would go 3 for 6, 2 for 6, 4 for 6, like on a normal day?
I'd go 5 for 6.
Okay. Yeah. So normal time, let's call it 4 for 6. Let's say you had a bad time and you just went 0 for 6. Mm-hmm. I actually want to applaud you because you're doing what's right for your business. When somebody wants to list 80K over, and I know your market, that's 25%. That is a waste of effing time and money. And that will turn, but you're going to have a dry patch for 30 or 45 days because I can tell you folks, I've been watching the consumer for 30 years. They are so repetitive. It is nauseating.
Yes.
Right now, people who have been sitting on the sidelines because of this stupid health crisis, not doing anything. All they've been hearing about is how 30 offers show up. You sell for 50K over list every time. Buyers waive conditions. The media has been feeding this in your listings head for 6 months. And now they come to you expecting it and they don't realize the market changed. It's going to be difficult.
And for all the agents that are out there, the next 6 months, you really have to hone in on what you're going to be good at. Because if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go ahead and try to flip houses, because all the new realtors out there and that you're having some success because you throw up a sign and you're making a commission check of $10,000, $12,000. And then, I'm going to flip now. Okay. Use that money to go flip. Now you have taxes you're paying on that. Then you have taxes on you're paying on your profit. Oh, and then you're not used to putting money away.
Yeah.
So then here comes next year, you're going to owe like $60,000, $70,000.
Big check.
Have fun trying to find that if you didn't save it.
Yeah.
And you think that, the market's going to keep doing what it's doing to be able to afford the IRS payment next year. But what you don't know, the next 6 months, you may not have that same, I know you won't have the same income that you just generated the last 6 months, for sure. So, and I'm saying that because I know that everyone goes through this process, the flow of everything. And what are you going to do differently this next 6 months as a real estate agent or professional? Are you going to get around someone that knows the business? You're going to ask questions, or you're going to think that you are so good already that you just started that, you can't learn anymore.
Yeah.
This is why I talk to Michael. I mean, I'm learning stuff. I'm writing notes down. I write more notes down than most people,
Yeah.
period. And
Yeah.
I've been doing this 18 years, and you guys that are doing it for 4 or 5 don't write notes down.
Yeah. 4 or 5 months even. Jeez.
Exactly. And there's something wrong there. Oh, no, I got it. The market's appreciating. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are only looking in the rearview mirror, you're about to get in an accident because the traffic's in front of you, not behind you.
Very true.
Yeah. And I go back to your 0 for 6, which I applaud you for because you're doing right thing by the business. But there is some rookie agent that would be in that same environment and they'd go 6 for 6 because they let the client beat them up and they're going to take the 259 in a 200 market. And their next 7 to 10 days are going to suck. All 6 of those clients are going to call up and yell at them. You're not doing your job. I knew I should have gone with somebody else. Blah, 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 blah. You suck, you suck, you suck. And that's going to be a weekly thing for months.
Oh, for a month. I have something to add. You know what? I lost a listing that I had, and I'm going to share this with you guys because other agents, just because you want the pat on the back and you got another damn listing doesn't mean shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Does not mean anything.
Yeah. Do you get paid for a listing? I really want to know.
No, you get paid for marketing correctly, pricing it correctly, and receiving offers. But I had a listing at $699. That was it. We were at 800. We were at 700. We kept on dropping it, 600,000. It was a commercial building or whatever the case. He tells me, hey, you know what? It's not moving. I sold another property. Okay, great. Done. Took it off the market. Somebody else listed it for $899. $899. And I had it on the market for $699 for 6 months in a great appreciating market right now.
Yeah.
So that other person, another professional in the area, decides to list it at $899 because why? She blew smoke.
She whispered in his ears, I can do it. I'm better. The market is changing, people.
Yeah. So I'm just, it
nuts.
Will happen. Don't be that agent that goes take somebody else's listing for more money just because you want to feel good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Again, I go back to that 0 for 6. Again, I can tell you, I used to sell software, millions of dollars in software, and you made your money when you had hard conversations. Mm-hmm. You need to have a hard conversation with this seller before you sign that listing. Because, oh, by the way, agents, just like Omar did, you can say no. Just because the client likes you and loves you and their son's name is Omar, so they just feel connected to you. You don't have to say yes. If you don't think it's worth $259, you don't have to accept that responsibility because that's what you're doing. You're signing up for responsibility and marketing costs and time and all of these things. You can say no. And most agents don't get that. Most agents don't get it.
No, they don't. And you guys as investors as well that are watching, you guys can have the same conversation. Like literally the listing side, either we're going to agree to terms and we're going to sell your house, or you're going to choose not to hire me because for whatever reason, or I'm going to choose not to take your listing and walk away.
You can sign.
And that's it. So those are the 3 options. And as an investor, hey, we're going to agree to terms that you're okay with and I'm okay with, and we're going to close. Or you're not going to sell me the house because your terms are unrealistic. Mm-hmm. Or 3, I don't need to buy your house.
No.
Goodbye.
Bye. Next.
That's it. So if you came to a seller that way, they're going to be like, what do you mean I don't need to? Yeah, I don't need to buy your house. I can go buy somebody else's house that's going to be more motivated, that wants to play my game and not let the seller lead me.
Yeah. And again, folks, hopefully this is becoming clear. I think there's 3 or 4 months of market recognition that it's changed. It will be different. Oh, by Thanksgiving, the market will be fundamentally different.
You know what? That's what I wrote down. November.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's November middle, November end. I think it's gonna be November end, my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, going into Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then October,
Yeah, that's going to be the time when motivated sellers come up, because again, there will be some people that are worried about tax changes next year. Dude, cash buyers in December, on point.
I'm trending there
Yeah,
to have like, hey, there's
let's
it's gonna
go.
be interesting, and I know you're probably gonna do the same.
Oh yeah,
Buy
yeah.
some stuff in in November, December,
I
and
plan
just
to.
yeah,
I plan to. Yeah. Yeah, folks. So really what this conversation about is, if you're in the real estate industry, you're a licensed agent or broker, I have bad news. Well, I have news. The next 3 or 4 months are going to find out how good you are. Because if you're that agent that goes 6 for 6 on those listings that Omar went 0 for 6, you're probably going to be out of the business, because your next 30 to 60 days are going to suck that bad.
yeah, and you can yeah. There's other avenues, and we're not in the market to put signs up.
Yeah.
If you are in a market in a buyer side, yeah, you put signs up to receive buyer calls.
Yeah.
But in this, we're not there yet. So
Yeah. So Omar,
I mean, nobody wants.
you do an amazing job leading and growing your team. I think more and more people need to gravitate you, because you talk the truth. You go 0 for 6 on purpose, because you don't want that 259 in a 199 market. So how can people get a part of your team? Where do they reach out? How do they do that?
At Omar_Alfaro is my hashtag for IG, or my handle for IG, or call me 760-559-9945.
Folks, this has been a lot of fun. Omar, I appreciate your time, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Michael. See ya.